I've played over 400 games on the PlayStation, and there are a few platinums I know for a fact that will never ping. Not because I don't like the games, but because they're too hard, too awful, or simply impossible in 2026. So today, here are 7 games I officially gave up the platinum on. First up, Batman Arkham Asylum. And this one hurts because I absolutely love this game. The atmosphere, amazing. The story, unreal, and it's the first part in what I think is probably a perfect trilogy of games. The campaign, no problem. Hard mode, I can work with that. Riddler collectibles, annoying, but yeah, manageable. The thing that completely destroyed my platinum run not once, but twice, was the combat challenges. The Predator stealth ones are actually not too bad, but the combat ones, where you need to build up a huge combo chain without getting hit, that's where everything falls apart. My timing is terrible, my rhythm is even worse, and eventually I just start button mashing square and hoping Batman sorts the rest out. My PS3 save has been sitting at 68% since 2009, and every now and again I used to look at it and think, maybe today is the day I finally finish it. So towards the end of last year, I tried again on the PS4 remaster, thinking maybe they made the trophies a little easier. They did not. I managed to get it up to 81% on that version, but I think it's finally time to admit that in this case, Batman just wins. This is probably the most random game on the entire list, but there's a very simple reason I gave up on it. I hate flying games. I can never understand the controls. Trying to fly, aim, dodge, missile, track enemies all at the same time just completely overloads my brain. It feels like I'm trying to pat my head and rub my stomach all at the same time. The fact I somehow got 12 out of the 51 trophies is actually an achievement in itself. But the trophy that killed it, and the reason I know I'll never get it, was the one that required you to complete a co-op mission. And in my friend group, I was the only stupid enough person to buy this game. So convincing someone to jump in and help me was basically impossible. So the summary is simple. I hate flying games, I'm terrible at flying games, and no one else owned this flying game, which means the platinum is staying firmly grounded. Now, Call of Duty Classic was actually a DLC code that you got with the Modern Warfare 2 Hardened Edition. And while I managed to get the platinum for Modern Warfare 2, this one is a completely different story. Because like most Call of Duty games, you need to complete the campaign on Veteran difficulty, but this game has the worst Veteran mode. Your health does not regenerate. On the lower difficulties, you get med packs, but on Veteran, you get nothing. 1 health bar for the entire level. And if you've ever played a Call of Duty Veteran difficulty, you already know that the enemies have perfect aim, they can throw grenades right at your feet without even looking, and no matter what, someone will laser you from across the map. You spend half the level hiding behind cover, waiting for the screen to stop flashing red, except it never does. Safe to say this is one Call of Duty Platinum that I am never finishing. This one is a painful one because I absolutely love this game. But there are 2 things stopping me from ever getting the platinum. The first one,
Nico, it's your cousin. You want to shoot some pool?
but the real issue is something that affects a lot of older PS3 games, multiplayer trophies. One trophy requires you completing every type of multiplayer game mode. Back in 2008, that might have been possible, but in 2026, you'd be lucky to find one active lobby on one game mode. Then there's the Midnight Club trophy, where you have to win online races without taking too much damage, and if you remember the driving physics in GTA 4, you already know how chaotic that can get. So unless a miracle happens and hundreds of players return back to GTA 4 multiplayer, this platinum is gone forever. This game, I have no memory of playing it really, and is the reason I always say you should be able to delete a game from your list with at least 1 trophy rather than 0, because I played the training mission, did not like the game, but I got a trophy for finishing the training mission. Now this game is a stain on my trophy list that I will never get off. Technically, I could go back and finish the story, but the real problem with Vanquish is the tactical challenges. These things are absolutely brutal. I watched guides for them once when I was looking at finding games to clean up on my backlog, and the players attending them looked like they were not having fun. They needed perfect movement, perfect timing, perfect aim, and I was just sat there thinking, yeah, that's never happening. So Vanquish will remain forever as one of the trophy mistakes on my profile. Two franchises I love, Marvel and Capcom. And I've always enjoyed fighting games. I grew up with the likes of Killer Instinct, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Tekken. There's just one small problem. I am absolutely terrible at them. Now, this list is actually denting my ego when I look back at games and realize how bad I am at some of them. But I can't do combos, my timing is awful, and my strategy is basically just similar to Batman, press every attack button and hope something good happens. Unfortunately, the trophies in this game expect you to actually be good at these games. For example, one requires you getting a 5-win streak in online matches, never happening. And another requires you completing 480 mission challenges, which from what I've seen are absolutely ridiculous. Which means learning character-specific combos for nearly the entire roster. So yeah, that platinum is firmly out of reach. And finally, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, technically, I already have this platinum. It took me about 168 hours over 11 months to finally get it, but over the years, I've made a very stupid mistake. Because I keep downloading and deleting games without realizing there are multiple different versions. There's a PS4 version, a PS4 Game of the Year version, a PS5 version, a PS5 Game of the Year version, and I somehow have 3 separate trophy lists for this game. Which means technically there are still 2 more Witcher Platinums sitting there unfinished. And while The Witcher 3 is easily one of my top 5 game franchises of all time, I do not have the patience to spend another 300 hours doing it all over again twice. 1 Platinum is more than enough for me. And there we have it, 7 PlayStation Platinums I've officially given up on. Some of them are too difficult, some of them are locked behind dead multiplayer modes, and some require skills I simply do not possess. But what I want to know is, what platinum did you give up on? Was it too hard, too grindly, or is it just now impossible to get? Let me know down in the comments. And if this video somehow hits 500 likes, something a video has never done before on this channel, I'll go back and attempt one of these platinums again, even if it completely destroys me, because who knows? Anyway, until the next one, I will catch you at the next ping.